Skinny Hardaway 7T, back with another EP. And y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, if y'all could, do your boy a favor. Smash that like button for your boy. Don't know if this your first time, but if you could, not make it your last time, you hit that subscription button and click that bell icon when you roll on in the room. Today we here with some heavyweight news. You know what I mean? This news is streaming off the big heavyweight fight this weekend, and also another big heavyweight fight coming up. Alexander Usyk is coming off his victory over Anthony AJ Joshua this last Saturday. Alexander Usyk was awarded the split decision over Anthony Joshua, and as you could imagine, instantly, the talks between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury begun. So this is how Alexander Usyk plays into this Southern Sea. And the great Deontay Wilder is making his return fight. You know what I mean? October 15th versus Robert Helenius. And Deontay Wilder, was asked a question about the boxing matches this weekend, about the boxing match this weekend between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. He gave his thoughts on it, and he was also asked if he would be willing or open to fighting, Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, the top heavyweight in the division. Alexander Usyk, Deontay Wilder, he had something very interesting to say. Deontay Wilder stated that he would indeed be open to fighting Alexander Usyk. He said he'd be open to fighting Alexander Usyk. They asked him, leading up until this, they asked him about Fury and Usyk, right? And he stated that Tyson Fury was kind of big, kind of too big for Usyk, and that Usyk may have problems with Tyson Fury's size. And then they asked him if he himself will be open to fighting Alexander Usyk. And, in the case that, Tyson Fury doesn't come out of retirement, or Tyson Fury decides, to do other things. Tyson Fury just said that they got 7 days to make this fight right for him, or he go stay retired and whatnot. Tyson Fury, he playing a lot of games right now, which is why I think that the question, had to be asked. Which is why I think that the question, made a lot of sense to be asked. They asked Deontay Wilder if Tyson Fury isn't able to compete against Anthony Joshua, and he vacates the belt. Not Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk. Would Deontay Wilder be open to stepping in and fighting Alexander Usyk in place of Tyson Fury? And Deontay Wilder replied with, he said, "Yeah, I'll fight him. I'll fight anybody." Wilder said he plans to fight until he's 40. Now, I'm not really sure, how sure Wilder was with that, or if he was being, tongue in cheek or whatnot. But Wilder said he'd be open to fighting till he's 40. Tyson Fury said that he's probably going to retire. And if they don't give him a boatload of money to fight Usyk, then he's not coming out of retirement in general. He said Floyd May. Oh, okay, my bad. He said Floyd Mayweather. He said Floyd Mayweather said, how the hell I get Floyd Mayweather here? My bad, y'all. I'm laughing at this damn ball. He said, my bad. Hold up. Oh, shit. My bad, y'all. All right. Oh, yeah, my bad. But yeah, my bad. So the reporter asked, D, how you feel about Usyk? He said he'll be open to, fighting Usyk if Tyson Fury, wasn't able to come out of retirement. Tyson Fury also said that, now I don't know how serious Tyson Fury is about this. We all know Tyson Fury, kind of full of shit any motherfucking way, right? But Tyson Fury came out and said that if they can't find him $500 million, he said Floyd Mayweather got $400 million to fight Pacquiao. He said Pacquiao or McGregor. He said Floyd Mayweather got. He said Floyd Mayweather got $300 million. He said Floyd Mayweather got $400 million to fight Manny Pacquiao. I want $500 million to fight Alexander Usyk. Now, am I surprised? Tyson Fury is saying something like this? No, I'm not. This is actually more so ups Tyson Fury's alley anyway. I'm not one of the people who believe, much of what Tyson Fury has to say anyway. I just think it's interesting, right? Now that he's speaking the tune that he's speaking. What's good, Edgar? Appreciate you sliding through this, John Edgar. I just think that it's hella interesting, that he's speaking the tune. He's speaking as if somebody's going to give him $500 million, right? So either Tyson Fury is lying, right? And if Tyson Fury is telling the truth, then we could pretty much chalk up that Tyson Fury is already retired. Nobody's about to pay Tyson Fury no $500 million at all. The only reason Tyson Fury will even say something like that is because Tyson Fury is probably not going to fight anyway. He's probably not going to fight anymore anyway because he can't fight anymore anyway because he tied up in a legal situation with DK and all those good people. But I just thought that this was interesting. Deontay Wilder was asked about, if Tyson Fury wouldn't be able to, take place in this fight with Alexander Usyk, will he be open to fighting Alexander Usyk? And Deontay Wilder obliged. He said, yes, he will be open to fighting Alexander Usyk. I find it, a little weird. Now, I won't say that Alexander Usyk is ducking or nothing like that because he's not, right? But I noticed how Alexander Usyk has never really mentioned Deontay Wilder's name. Right after his fight with Anthony Joshua, he said, I want to fight Fury, and then I want to retire. Now, I'm not saying Usyk ducking Wilder, but Usyk, has yet to mention, Wilder's name. Of all the heavyweights, Wilder is the one name that he hadn't mentioned just yet. He said Fury, he said Anthony Joshua, and I know what you would say. Well, why would he want to fight Wilder? Well, Wilder only has one loss to Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua had a loss to Andy Ruiz, and now he got two losses to Alexander Usyk. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't you want to fight, the best heavyweights of your time, right? Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. But I'm not about to make Alexander Usyk fight Deontay Wilder because it makes sense, right? It aligns for him, to only have to fight AJ and Tyson Fury because those are the current belt holders right now. So Wilder said he'll be open to fight Alexander Usyk if Tyson Fury isn't able to fight. But Alexander Usyk said if Tyson Fury isn't able to fight, then he's probably just going to retire. So Wilder's saying that he'll be open. So Wilder's saying that he'll be open to fighting Alexander Usyk is probably going to be just that, you know what I mean? Just a thought, you know what I mean? Because in a perfect world, right, if Tyson Fury does retire, then Wilder will get the WBC belt back, and then we will get Usyk versus Deontay Wilder for undisputed. But Alexander Usyk said if he can't fight Fury, then he's probably not going to fight at all. You know what I mean? But that's all I got on this Southern T, man. I just want to, put that out there. Deontay Wilder said he will be open to fight Tyson Fury. He will be open to fight Alexander Usyk if Tyson Fury was somehow not able to compete in that fight. But I ain't gonna keep y'all here too long. You know what I mean? Skin Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.